In this lesson, I will explain to you about histogram, how you can make histogram in Python with the help of Matplotlib. So here I have written some information regarding histogram. A histogram shows statistical information that uses rectangles to show the frequency of data items in successive numerical intervals of equal size. Normally in histogram, the independent variable is plotted along the horizontal axis and the dependent variable is plotted along the vertical axis, which is normally frequency. So now what is the meaning that independent variable we have to take on x-axis? I will show you with the help of few examples. But first of all, keep in mind you have to import matplotlib.pyplot as plt, and this I have written this function modulo operator matplotlib in line. If you are using a Jupyter notebook, then you will see your graph here instead of open a new window. So this is our temp1. This is our array, or you can say a list. The name is temp1, and temp1 data we have. Suppose first day we have 30 degree, 50 degree, 40 degree. These are the temperatures, and temperatures are independent. We do not know what will be the temperature tomorrow. So these are the independent. So independent variable, as I have told you in histogram, we have to take on x-axis. If you want to make a histogram, you have to write down this function plt.hist. In case of bar graph, we were using bar here, but now we are making the histogram. So you do not need to write down complete word histogram, just write down hist, and in parentheses you have to write down the same name which you have used for your array, that is temp1. When I will run this, you will see we will have the histogram, right? So these are the temperature. Our lowest temperature is 15 and the highest is 60. So you can see this is the histogram and these are the frequencies. How you can read your table, I will show you, but before going this, I will show you the output of this function histogram, that by default it will give you 10 bins or 10 patch objects or 10 groups. Right now, what is the meaning of this? See, our lowest data item is 15 and our highest data item is 60. So it will divide all these data equally in 10 equal groups. So here I have written the comment as well. This is just the example. It will start from 15 and then to 20, or it's up to you. If you want, you can make the width 6 or 5 or 4. It's up to you, but by default system will make the 10 patches or 10 groups, starting from the lowest one ending to the highest one, right? Just like 15 to 20, the next will be 21 to 26, and third will be 27 to 32, and so on. So system will make 10 by default. So it will start from 15 to 19.5, 19.5 to 24, 24 to 28.5, 28.5 to 33. So these are the 10 bins. Now what is the meaning of this array 1 2 3, and this is 1 2 2? It means the first group, which will start from 15 to 19.5, in this range we have only 1 day temperature, that is 15 degree, right? There was only 1 day which we had the temperature between 15 to 19.5. The next is 19.5 to 24. So in this range, the frequency of days are only 2. In this 15 days, there were only 2 days in which our temperature was between 19.5 to 24. So that is why these two are the arrays. Okay, now move on to the next. Here I have written bins is equal to 4. So by default, system will make 10 bins, right? 10, these bins means grouping. It will divide the data into 10 equal groups by default, but it's up to you. If you want, you can make it 3 bins or 4 bins or 5 bins. So here I have made 4 bins. It means I will divide this data starting from 50 and should be 60. There should be equal 4 groups of data, right? So I will generate this, but after this you have to practice with the 3 bins or 8 bins or 5 bins or 4 bins. It's up to you. So when I will run, you will see now we have 4 bins. The start from 15 to 26 is first, 26 to 37.5 is second, this is third, and 48.75 to 60 is the fourth bin. And from this range, there were only 5 days in which our temperature is between 15 to 26.5. So for the next this range, there are 2 days we have temperature between this, right? So this is the histogram. Now, if you want to change the color of this histogram, so color is equal to red, you have to write down one more function, but again you have to go to Matplotlib, go to help menu, Matplotlib, right? I have showed you, right? Okay, this is the Matplotlib. Click here and then find out the properties of the Matplotlib. So color is also the property of the histogram. You have to see the properties of histogram. When I will run this red, so you will see we will have a red histogram. Instead of writing the complete name, you can only write down the abbreviation. Here I said my histogram, the color should be green, so you can write down only G. For red, you can write down only R. So it's up to you. So here I will show you. Now my histogram is green. Okay, now see my all these my 15 to 60, these are the temperature in one width, right? I want to see all these bars separate. So for this you have to use another function which is called the R width. So here I have written relative width of the bar. R width is equal to, I have said 0.97. So there will be a very slight difference between the two bars. If you want, you can try 0.90, 0.80. It's up to you, right? When I will run this, so you will see, right? We have a little bit gap between these, and this is very easy to read now. So it means our first group is from 15 to 26.5, right? So see here, 15 to 26.5, then 26.5 to 37.5, and this is the third bin and this is the fourth bin. So in first bin, 15 to 26.5, 26.25, there are 5 days. So you can see there are 5 days in which our temperature was between this range. From this to this 2, there are only 2 days. You can see the output here, but here on the vertical axis, as I have told you, this is the dependent variable. It depends on the temperature. So there are only 2 days in which we have a temperature was between this range and 4 and 4, right? Okay, move on to the next one. Here here I said I need 4 bins, but the system will make the grouping 15 to 26, 26 to 37, and so on. But if you want, you can make your own width as well, make your own bin. So bins is equal to, I said my first bin, from it should start from 15 to 25, 25 to 35, 35 to 45. Okay, we will make it 60 because the last is 60. So it's up to you. If you want, you can make your own bins, own grouping. So see, now this is your grouping. Okay, now is the hist type. Again, you will find all these from the Matplotlib hist properties. So I said hist type should be step. Now what is the meaning of a step? And the color is green. So when I will run it, the same histogram, but you will see this is the step. There is no color, but this is the step. So you should know all these properties of the histogram. Here, at another temperature, suppose we want to compare two temperatures. Suppose temp 1, city 1, this is city 2. And we want to compare the temperature of two cities. So same thing, plt.hist. In this array or list, write down both the parameters, temp 1, temp 2. Bins, we are making our own bins. R width, I have told you that there is a little bit separate 2 bars, and the color, first color should be green, and for the second temp the color, I said the color should be blue, right? So when I will run it, you will see. So this is the histogram, right? Now we do not know that blue represents temp 1 or the green represent temp 1. So here I will show you how to set the label as well. So everything is same. Here is the label. label is equal to in list temp 1, temp 2, and for color green and blue for the labels. And you know, for the labels, this function we have to use plt.legend. When I will run it, so you will see the legend will appear on our histogram. This is temp 1, temp 2. So this is for plt.legend. This is the legend, and here plt.hist, you have to declare your label as well. What you want, temp 1, temp 2, or it's up to you, whatever name you want to use. Okay, here is another thing, another new function. Everything is same, but if you want to see your histogram horizontally, this is vertically. If you want to see horizontally, so this is the new function, orientation is equal to horizontal. Everything is same, just write down this and run it, so you will see your horizontal orientation of your histogram. Right? Okay, so this one here I have written a simple program for you. Import numpy as np, which we have discussed in the numpy lesson as well. This is the age 20 plus np.floor. I want to generate 80 random numbers. Then you have to make the histogram. All the function which we have discussed here, you have to apply on this data. But see, this data I am importing from numpy, random values. So I will run this, I will run this, then I will show you the difference. I want 80 random numbers, right? And the floor number is 20, means the base number is 20. When I will run it, you will see all are 80s. But I need random, different number. So for this, you have to write down one number here. Whatever you want. 30, 40, 50, 60, whatever you want. I said 40. So 20 is the base number. How it will work? I will show you how it will work. If you will not use this 40 here, see, all numbers are same. 80 numbers are same. We want it random 80 numbers between 20 and 80. So see, np.floor 40 and np.random. So this function will generate the number between 0 and 1. Suppose it will generate 0.7. 0.7 multiplied by 40 and then add it to 20. There will be one number. Next time maybe the system will generate 0.6278. So this number will multiply with the 40. Whatever is the answer, it will add to 20 and we will have a second number. So when I will run this, you will see random numbers. Right? Okay. So these are the data values, 80 different data values, random numbers. You have to convert this to the histogram, make legend, change the color, make the type, histogram type, use R with functions, and check for, go to the Matplotlib, find out another properties of the histogram. If you have any question, you can ask me. Subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.